Mr. Ed Bozeman on the spoons over there, everybody. Now you heard banjo.
We're going to play one more song, wrap up this first set, take a break. I think Rick's got some kind of giveaways planned. I think we're going to auction off Doug at the end of the night. So if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, please do.
I sold one.
You sold one to Laura?
No, I bought it for her.
Goes to checking one, two.
You need, Javier, Andre needs mic vocals.
Test one, two. One, two, two, one, two, two. Test one, two, one, two, two. Go. One.
Can you hear me now? Got a smile so bright. You know you could have been a candle. I'm holding you so tight. You know you could have been a handle. The way you swept me off my feet. You know you could have been a broom. That made me smell so sweet. You know you could have been some perfume. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell. The way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do. Oh, baby, pretty as you are. You know you could have been a flower. If your looks cause a minute, oh, baby, you'd have been an hour. The way you stole my heart. You know you could have been a cool girl. Baby, you're so smart. You know you should have been a schoolgirl. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell. The way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell. The way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do, the way you do the things you do. You made my life so rich. You know you could have been so funny. I made you smell so sweet. You know you could have been some honey. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell. The way you do the things you do, 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 the way you do the things you do. Thank you. You're listening to PT and the Cruisers. We'll be right back. We're going to take a short break.
We got albums for sale, patties for sale. Ricky got some stuff here, Ricky?
No,
I thought you did.
no.
Okay,
I don't know
come
where
back.
she got that.
Give us about 5 minutes. We'll come back and we'll be real serious. Does your dog bite?
Santana. We've got a bunch of gringos up here. What do you want? Gringos. It's on the gringos. These guys. They're all gringos. That's all.
say so. Nod your head, you can hear me.
What's out there that looks really good? I mean, what are you eating?
Can you guys shut that door, please?
Strawberries?
I figured out the sound. The sound.
Mushrooms? One pill makes you larger. Oh, not that kind of mushrooms. Now we're into Portobello, right?
We were going to write a song about Viagra. That song there that one pill makes you know that. Forgot the whole bit.
Well, I graduated from Loretto Academy, 1971. My friend Pat Santos graduated with me, and the year that we graduated, this song was out. So, for all the Loretto girls, because ma'am, once you're a Loretto girl, you're always a Loretto girl. I know you do, and it's all true, sister, it's all true. Catherine Powell used to hang out with us Loretto girls. You always wanted to be a Loretto girl, didn't you? You are an honorary Loretto girl, because we know everything about you.
Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.
Yeah.
Semper LA.
Different bunch.
Okay, give me a C. What do you mean it's a different bunch? What do you mean by that?
Semper Fi.
Where did you go to school?
Loretto. I spent a lot of time over there.
I bet you did.
I used to play there, and the nuns would stand up. We'd play these dances in Loretto in like 1917, and the nuns would stand up there with rulers and throw them at you. Remember that? You can't go outside.
There's a reason.
Watch me.
It's a reason none of us Loretto girls ever had any children, right? It's a wonder. Well, I dreamed I saw the knights in armor coming, saying something about a queen. There were peasants singing and drummers drumming, and the archers fled the trees. There was a fanfare blowing to the sun that was floating on a breeze. Look at Mother Nature on the run in the 1970s. I was lying in a burned out basement with the full moon in my eyes. I was hoping for a replacement when the sun burst through the skies. There was a band playing in my head, and I felt like getting high, thinking about what a friend had said. I was hoping it was a lie. Well, I dreamed I saw the silver spaceships flying in the yellow haze of the sun. There were children crying and banners flying all around the chosen one. All in a dream, all in a dream, the loading had begun. Look at Mother Nature's silver seed, do a new home in the sun. Flying Mother Nature's silver seed to a new home in the sun.
Who remembers Bob Gibson?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don Gibson.
Is that Bob's brother?
Don Gibson was a pitcher. And Bob Gibson, is that right?
Don Gibson is who you're thinking.
Well, why
Bob
don't,
Gibson song.
why don't we remember Johnny Cash? You can remember that.
Well, he wrote the song, but that didn't ever matter because the guy that wrote the song never, you know. Don Gibson made it like a big hit in 1952 when I was 40.
And when he hit a home run out of the ballpark or what?
Yeah.
Doug Neal.
But it was-
You know, when Doug was playing in Moon Pie, they did most of the original stuff, and we're going to incorporate a little Beatles with a little Doug. We equate Doug and Paul McCartney on the same level. Right? Okay, maybe you're a little cuter than Paul.
Yeah. What's that hair?
Driving, not arriving.
Moonpie had that on their 16th album.
You know, I think that you probably should have sent that out to Laura, because that was a song about being on the road, you know, and dirty.
Actually, that was out to Laura.
It was out to Laura, yeah, it was, yeah. Because just trying to get back home. We'd have to call you tonight on the phone, waiting there by the phone. And Eric, come sit in and give Andre a break and play Faithless Love with us, because you produced it, you should know how to play it. Just like that. No pressure, Eric, okay? Eric Bozeman, you get a chance to listen to a pretty world-class drummer behind Andre.
It was like this. Got it?
This song is on our album, in case you get home and listen to it. I grew up with the influences of folk music at Loretto. We were folkers, weren't we?
And I grew up under the influence of marijuana.
And well, you know, you guys were a little different genre than we were. They were rocking out, we were folking, But I grew up with Linda Ronstadt. Anybody in my class at Loretto grew up with Linda Ronstadt. So for all of you who graduated in 1970, 71, 72, which were like really cool years, the rest of you people are old. Stone Pony, exactly, Stone Ponies. You look good. Stone Ponies, yeah. You're 70? Really? Wow. Andre, pay attention. He's got a full head of hair, babe. What's up with that? This life is not fair. From my Loretto friends.
Who wrote this?
J.D. Sally.
Yeah. J.D. Sally. Look at it.
Ready?
Who?
Faithless love, like a river flows, raindrops falling on a broken rose, down in some valley where nobody goes, and the night rolls in like a cold dark wind. Faithless love, like a river flows. Faithless love, where did I go wrong? Was it telling stories in a heartbreak song where nobody tried, nobody was wrong? Faithless love has found you, and the misery entwined me. Faithless love, where did I go wrong? Well, I guess I'm standing in the heartbroken dream. That's the way it sometimes goes. Love never turns out like this. I guess the feeling comes and goes. Faithless love, like a river flows, like raindrops falling on a broken rose, down in some valley where nobody goes. Faithless love has found you, thrown its chilling arms around you. Faithless love.
feature Gary again on, you know, we don't do Santana, but we do Clapton. Clapton, excuse me? You know, if Doug can swing it, we'll do one, but
What do you want?
he wants Crosby, Stills, Nash.
Stay with Clapton.
Keep your day job, right?
Think of watching
Okay, let me see if I can gather it up. He did Santana once.
I'm sorry, people, but this is a show. We don't take requests, you know? Unless they're accompanied by $50 bills. You're not coming back?
Neither are we.
Gary House.
Yeah, go ahead.
Really nice feeling.
Thank you for the response. We live for the response. Thank you.
This song is special. Because I don't have to play. No, this song is special. This is the last song on the album. This song is special. That's my opinion.
Go sit there. This song is for my sister, Melinda. Yay. She was my little sister always, and we used to always sing songs together. In fact, she gave me for Christmas one year a book of Puff the Magic Dragon, and with a little CD attached to it. So, you know, it's kind of nice to know you influenced your sisters in a right way, huh? You didn't ever go into the sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing, did you? You should have come with me. It was a lot of fun. No, we won't do about it. Anyway, this is for me. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, well, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and all those dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Birds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? That's a keeper, huh?
Yeah, I told you that was special.
We are going to country up you a little bit here and do a Gail Davies tune.
You'll be there? So you might want to come by another album. It's only on some of them.
Don't give me too fast.
Y'all having a good time tonight?
Yeah, so are we. Can you tell? Having a good time. Want to thank Eric. Yeah, me too. This is a cool. This sound in here is like so immensely incredible, isn't it? You can tune out all the drums, you know, the hecklers. Oh, your friends. I'm sorry. Ain't no chain strong enough to hold me. Ain't no breeze big enough to slow me. Never have seen a river that's too wide. Ain't no chain of time enough to lock me. Ain't no man big enough to stop me. And I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. So love me if you ever don't love me. Never have seen no road too rough to ride. Ain't no chain strong enough to hold me. Ain't no breeze big enough to slow me. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. Guitar. Ain't no rope tied to hold me from me. Honey, you'll find it in your time. You're ready with your charms. 'Cause I'll be there, ready and waiting. There won't be any hesitating. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. So love me if you ever don't love me. Never have seen no road too rough to ride. Ain't no chain strong enough to hold me. Ain't no breeze big enough to slow me. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. One more time, guitar. So love me if you ever don't love me. Never have seen no road too rough to ride. Ain't no chain strong enough to hold me. Ain't no breeze big enough to slow me. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. I'll be there if you ever want me by your side. How about that Buddy Winston? He's a picker.
Thank you. Nose bigger. Body bigger. What'd you lose?
Rick, how about you come on back up and join us for a song, won't you? Now, Rick, I gotta warn you though, this is like my best song, okay? The pressure's not on, right? Yeah, no pressure. You screw up though, and you're out of the Lions Club. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all so much for inviting us. We don't play a lot because we work and it's hard to get everybody together, and there's not a lot of venues where you can go to bed by 9:30. You know, so You know, so this is great for us, man. We're home by 10, no problem, get up, go to church, you know, all that stuff. So Andre and I are always reminiscing and saying, remember when we used to get started at 9? You know, yeah. Maggie gets up and goes, I'm going out, it's 10:30. What, 10:30? What the? So we thank you for this opportunity because it's right in our time frame. You guys are so very appreciative, and we like having an audience to play for. Thank you so much for your kindness. This is an old Lenny Welsh tune, so if you ever in high school and you were in love and you were just like, you know, like the one you thought it was, and maybe you got that one and maybe you smartened up. When you just give love and never get love, then you better let love depart. 'Cause I know it's so, and yet I know I can't get you out of my heart. Sing it again. 'Cause you made me leave my happy home. You took my love and now you're gone. Since I fell for you, oh, let me tell you about love, sweet love. Brings you misery and pain. Well, I guess I'll never be the same. Not since I fell for you. Well, it's too bad, and it's all so sad, but I'm in love with you. Well, you loved me, then you snubbed me. But what can I do? I'm Thank you, Gary. Thank you. All right, Rick. I'm sorry. It was so smooth, I thought you were Andre.
I bet that happens a lot, doesn't it?
Hey, wait a minute. Sharon's here, okay? Sharon, these guys are just tramps, ignore them.
A song about a hooker. We're gonna let Patty sing it.
You know, when we put our CD together for the kitchen project, it was a concept that was kind of unusual. You can vamp, okay? Just go ahead and play that for about 10 minutes. The kitchen project, what we did is we sold each one of the songs on the CD to a donor, and that donor got to put the name of their person and their cancer experience and dedicate it to them. And so when we went into the studio, we had a lot of real cool songs like, you know, love songs and that kind of stuff, but well, we didn't have enough songs to get through the album, so we said, let's do Louise about the dead hooker. Well, that was kind of a hard sell. You know, hey, would you like to buy this song about a dead hooker for your loved ones? But luckily, I have a friend named Bob Warwick. I don't know if you know Bob, but he's an attorney who has flamingos in his office. And so this song fit him nicely, so it's one of our faves. Well, they all said Louise was not half bad. It was written on the walls and window shades, and how she'd act, the little girl. The deceit last song with kind of our song we always end on. A little rock and roll. You need to change guitars. So, did you hear the one about the guy? No? No, don't do that one. There was a young man from Nantucket. No? I want to take a minute again to just thank Rick Kern for having us. Eric Bozeman on percussion. Thank you, Eric, for sitting in. Buddy Winston on guitar and banjo, vocals. Andre Bonagrini on just damn cute drums. Gary Hollis on guitar, vocals. And my longest friend probably in the whole world, Doug Neal on bass. So sing with us, y'all know this song. Gary, give me a chord, would you? That's the chord. I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved? I've been pushed around. When will I be It always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. I've been made blue. I've been lied to. When will always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be
We'd also like to thank Javier Prado on the back for running the sound tonight. Great job, Javier.
We have more albums to sing. Just one.